Hi guys, this is Kizzy Forest. On today's episode, I'll be talking about how to identify potential support, resistance, and trend lines to be able to make money off the chart. So I'll be sharing this strategy with you guys for free. In case you like this video, please subscribe for more trading content. Let's get straight into it. So quickly guys, welcome back. We are going to be talking about the trend lines. How to properly draw your trend line on the chart. That's the first thing. Before we'll now talk about support and we'll now talk about resistance. So this is very important. Knowing how to draw your trend line is so important. It will give you a definite ability to be able to trade properly. It gives you a good trading ability to spot potential opportunities in the market. So first and foremost, I would like to welcome all of you. So you can see, first of all, I have to pick my trend line. Then I will take my trend line from the higher low that is at the bottom to the higher low that is at the top. So this is an higher low. The higher lows and the higher highs, as we know, they are part of the uptrend characteristics in the market. There's no way we can talk about trend line without talking about market structure. Market structure gives us the direction. It allows us to know what the market is doing at any particular point in time. So you can see market was trending upward from here. This is on the 1 hour time frame. You can see market was going up here, creating higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher low. Then with this information, we can be able to know, okay, this market is trending. We have to put on our trend line. You can see what market did here. So from here, we can spot our trend line, how to draw it. So we spot it here, then we take it from here to the bottom. Sorry, from the bottom here to the top. Okay. Do you see? So this is how to draw your trend line. You pick it from the higher low, which is at the bottom. You take it to the top, the last higher low at the top. So touching the wicks, probably going to touch the wick of the first higher low, the wick of the second higher low, or the body. Then it has to be the body, that's the last body of the higher low. So you can see this way we know that this market is going up. So this is how to draw the trend line here on this particular time frame, like on this particular uptrend market. Now you can see on this other side we have the market coming down, structure, break of structure to the downside. Market created lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now this tells us that this market is going to the downside, like it has already shifted. Market is not coming to the downside. This way we pull out our trend line. This is watch now. This is how you're going to draw it. Now from the wicks, so you're going to draw it. Now this is it. Now this is a way we know that, okay, now this market is now to the downside. It has shifted bias. Now this market is now to the downside. You can see the market came down, creating lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower high. So we connect all, for us to draw the trend line, we have to connect all the lower highs to this side, just like the way we did connecting all the higher lows. So for us to draw the trend line, we have to connect the higher lows, all the higher lows for us to get this particular trend line formation. Then for us to get this particular trend line formation on the downside, we have to connect all the lower highs. That way we are able to draw it. So you can see, let me zoom in. Okay, I have to zoom in now. Okay, now you can see, let's see the wicks, the body, the wicks, the body, now the wicks. Now we have I told you that the last lower high, we have to make sure that the trend line will touch the body, which is most important. Other ones you can just have it touch the wicks or the body, it doesn't matter. But the last higher low or lower high, the trend line must touch the body. That way we are able to get our trend line formation. So you can see this trend line formation here. We have properly draw our trend line in this downtrend, just like we did here. So now I hope you understand how to properly draw a trend line. So now in here we have areas where price was reacting to. You can see a level of resistance here, level of support here, level of resistance. So same area acted as support for price here, also acted as resistance for price here. So resistance, support, resistance. Then we just have to pull out our lines. So this is our horizontal line. So we have to place it here at the closing price. Note, it has to be at the closing price. I usually just take it as my, like, the blue color. Yeah, this color. So the way I place my horizontal line, my support line, I usually place it at the closing price. The closing price. So this will tell me that, okay, this is where price is reacting to. You can see when price came here, it has acted as resistance previously. Now it now acted as support, and then when it came here, it acted as resistance here too. You understand? So when price broke through, it acted as the roof. Now at this particular area, it was acting as the floor. So when it broke down, it's now acting as the roof of the market. Now price came down. You can see started came after it broke through this higher. Remember, this is an higher low. So when price broke through the higher low, it started coming down. It got retested and it started coming down. Now this is how you draw your support line. I'll come again. This is how you draw your support line. For you to be able to draw your support line, you have to take the closing price, because the closing price is actually the psychological level where price is reacting to. It's actually the psychological level where price are acting upon. So you have to make sure you get it right. So this is the resistance. This is the resistance, sorry. Why this is the support. This is the support. So if you have to draw your trend line, your support line, you have to make sure that it is at the closing price. This is the closing price where buyers and sellers will meet. So that's the closing price. Okay, hope you understand that. Now for us to be able to draw the resistance line, we have to make, it's also the same thing with the support line, just the way I've been explaining the support line. So we have to make sure that it is at the closing price. Of course, that's where price is reacting to. So that's how you are going to draw your resistance line, just like the way you are drawing your support line. So I usually take my resistance line as the red color. This is the red color. So you can see this is where price reacted to. All right. Okay. Now you can see all right. Okay. Now I just took the psychological level. This closing price is actually the psychological level for price, where price reacted to, acting as the roof. Price reacted here. I just took the closing price. You can see price came here, it went down, it came up again, it went down. Same area. It's very simple. No need to complicate your strategy. All right, no need to complicate trading. This gives you a clear indication of how you are going to buy or how you are going to sell. So you can see price came up, it could not broke through, then it came down, it came up again, and then it came down. So this is the resistance level in this market. This is the resistance level in this market. All right. Okay, now this is where I would have entered this market, considering our level of resistance, considering our level of support and the trend line. After the break of trend line and the break of the support level, you see price came back, it retested, it broke through this level of support, acted as resistance, and then it started plummeting to the downside. Now you would definitely want to know, okay, how am I going to enter this market? Since I already know how to draw my trend line, I already know how to draw my support, I've already spotted these areas. How am I going to enter? You see, when price, before price broke through this level, it created a lower high here. You can see this was a lower high, and then you see price came through and then broke and then retested. So this level, as a psychological level, is where price reacted to. So I will have to make sure that the second candle, this is of course you have to be familiar with your candlestick patterns, like your pin bar, bullish candlesticks, like your engulfing candlestick, your pin bar, your doji, you know those candlesticks formation. So you have to be familiar with it. Very, very important. So I might do that video. If you want that video, please let me know, indicate in the comment section. I can do a video from about candlestick. You understand, like different types of candlestick, and explain them and how to apply them in your trading. All right. So now remember, this is our level, our psychological level. Now it was a level, it acted as a support level, it has acted as resistance, it has acted as support, and now it's not acting as a resistance level. Now you can see, all right, this is the first candlestick that is touching the psychological level. Let me take it as a yellow color. All right, so this is the first, and it's touching it. Now this is where I'll be watching the market to start going down. This is where my entry will be. So since price is reacting at this level, I'll wait for price to come to this level and then see price action react at this level, because this is a key area. This is where buyers can either step in or sellers can step in. But there is a confirmation already, because there's a break of structure, there's a break of the higher low, a break of trend line, there's a possible continuation of price to the downside. So a lot of traders are out there, like pro traders, that they teach you different strategies, but they don't actually teach you how you're going to enter the market. Like they don't teach you the entries and how you're going to exit the market. So for me, I've been able to attain a level of understanding that you have to know where the market, how you're going to enter the market, where the market is going, based on what you are seeing, based on price action. Now, based on what I'm seeing here, you can see this is a level. This is the 1 hour chart. This is the 1 hour time frame. So I have to, let me zoom in again. Okay, I think this is okay. Now this is, for me to get, this is the first candlestick. That you remember, it's an area. So this is where I will take my entry. After price comes down, I will take my entry with my stop loss just above this area. Just above this area of 1.35337. So this is where my stop loss would be, with my entry just below this first candlestick, this first bullish candlestick. All right, so probably going to go for a 1 to 3 or a 1 to 2. So let's say, okay, short position. So taking my entry right here. Remember, I'm taking this trade because of the break of the higher low, a formation of the lower high, and a break of the trend line, and price acting as a support and resistance. This is a key level. You get, this is a key level. So I'm entering this trade because I have a level of support here that is now acting as resistance, and then I have a break of the first candle. You can see this candle. If you look at this candle very well, you can see there's an higher low here of this candle. Every candle tells a story. Do you get? Every candle tells a story. You can see this candle has an higher low here, higher high, higher low. If you go to the 15 minutes chart now, you understand what I'm saying. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? So you can see price always creates structures at every time frame. Structure is structure, it does not matter the time frame. You understand? So now we have to put our stop loss here, like, and then go for a 1 to 3 or 1 to 2. Okay, 1 to 3 is okay. 1 to 3, then boom. Okay, 1 to 3. Now this is how you smash TPs. It's just simple knowledge. All right, you don't have to complicate your trading strategy or your trading approach. You get? So this is where you enter and this is where you get out from. All right. So guys, hope you found that video interesting. In case you have not liked, you have not subscribed, please do that for more trading content. See you guys in the next one.